We'll see over this weekend. We are taking a blitz because it's critical that people must remember that the up to 20% discount ends on the 24th at night. At 8 o'clock on the 24th, that discount ends. So I think that for us it's critical that people go and buy their tickets because now they know which teams are going to participate and they can have a fair understanding. If you know that you are in Bombela, you know that Zambia is going to be based there, but you may not know against who. If you're in Durban, you know that Bafana Bafana is going to be there. You may not know against who, but at least you have got a fair understanding which countries may be in there. You know that Rustenburg and Nelson Mandela Bay will either host Cote D'Ivoire or Ghana, because those are going to be the top seats that in the various groups. So at least now people can start making the extrapolations and can start saying that I know that this is going to be very good football. Because if you look at the teams that are here, I think that we've got quite a good mix of teams. And I think I think for us, the ticket sales are going very well. We remember that when we launched, we said we know that this phase is going to be a slow phase, and we'll be targeting about 10,000 tickets to be purchased. Before the qualifiers were known, it's already standing over that 10,000. Depending on the mix of these teams, it was always going to be an easier or a difficult. I think that it tends to follow the profile of the diaspora that we have. We know that we've got a big following from Nigeria, a big following of people here from Ethiopia, from Zambia, from Angola. So that makes it easier in that sense, in that we are going to have a situation whereby those people are going to be wanting to be coming down, besides those that are here, to come and join their own counterparts in here. So yes, it does make it a little easier, but we still are going to put our own plans together. As so far, the indication is yes. Obviously, if something happens, we'll understand. But from the response we've received from most of the countries so far that have made an inquiry, is that they'll be bringing their coaches along. On Monday, the Executive Committee of CAF is having a workshop. We'll be having a marketing workshop with all the sponsors and supporters of the tournament. And then on Wednesday, there'll be a team workshop where we'll be briefing the teams of all the things, taking their questions, making sure that we can answer any question they have. Concurrent with that will also be a media workshop, which I hope all of you will be there, for us to debate and look at what are the things that media expect to be having during that tournament. And then already before that, we've allocated each team a training camp. So every city has got 4 training camps where each city is going to be allocated. CAF is going to be drawing that in their executive committee meeting on the 22nd to draw which team goes to which base camp in terms of which hotel and which training venue. Obviously, that stage will be A1, A2, A3, so nobody can accuse us to say, no, you favor this team or you disadvantage that team. So then on the actual draw, so you know that if I'm A1, my hotel is going to be X and my training venue is going to be Y.
Are you still using the same hotels that were accredited for the World Cup?
Well, we've had some of them at the same hotels, but by and large we had an inspection, and CAF also came for an inspection, and where there was need to change one things they were done. But overall, CAF said that they're quite happy with all. We have not finished the issue of national partners. Is one of the things that we're finalizing with CAF. We have had 3 companies that in principle have agreed to come on board, but obviously that those issues must then be referred to CAF, because at the end of the day, it's CAF that will make that approval and will sign the contract. It's not necessarily the LOC. So we've referred those matters to CAF now, but we're comfortable. We'll make some announcement in the near future. Well, we have said before, yes, it's not an issue for us because we have identified a company in South Africa. We've put them together with Orange. We know those negotiations are at an advanced stage between the two. Hopefully, when Orange is here next week, they'll tell us whether they've reached an agreement with that company or not. And I will not disclose which company is that.
Which other areas of these national partners?
Sorry?
The other two.
No. Because if we say which is the other two, then you'll be able to extrapolate and say we suspect it's A, B, C, and D. That will be unfair.